Hello guys, and I'm going to show you how to use my enhanced GUI control plugin. So first, I want to go over the settings. The settings are just your general settings that you can change at any time. You click here, it's your standard thing. Here it also has type checking if you really care, is what it expects. Oh no, right? So two things you might really want to know about are allow user input, and down here use keypad keybinds. So allow user input allows the will enable the use of keybinds without the plugin being active. So this is useful in the event you want to use keybinds without opening this plugin. And then you have use keybinds. This will, if this is true, it will use all keybinds bounded to your keypad. Otherwise, it will use a different set of default keybinds that use nothing on your keypad. If you don't have a keypad, you just don't like your keypad, or you think I'm an idiot for making keybinds in the first place. And you also have like your little reset to default. And everything saves as soon as you click everything, so everything should be good so you don't have to worry about it saving or like clicking save or like exiting correctly or whatever. And then you have your keybinds. So here you can edit. Imagine that, right? Imagine editing your keybind. And that's what I wanted to do. Be careful with the keybind you already have bound. But here you can see I have this, and then I'm going to set that real quick. And this is final. Whether or not Studio will let you use this keybind, that's to be seen. You need to test that yourself. But this is valid as far as the plugin is concerned. And let's say you want to edit one, but you change your mind. You can click cancel. And let's say, you know what? I'm an idiot. Why would I do this? Well, let me just reset all here. Oh, one more thing I should say is if you happen to change this will overwrite any changes you've made. So if you do this will overwrite changes. So be careful. To your keybinds, I mean. So now that that's out of the way, let us go to ZIndex. So if you ever wanted to change the ZIndex of multiple selected GUI quickly, you can do this. Just like that. It's only usable via keybind, and I'm sorry. But you can see here, I have thanks for Roblox. But you can see here that these are keybinds detected. This is like debugging, so you know what's pressed and what's not, etc., etc. This is also useful for debugging keybinds. So like when you update your own keybind, if you see this keybind, if you press the keybind that you have changed, it doesn't show up here, that means Studio kind of blocks it. And now let's go on to aligning. Aligning is pretty simple. You can click here. Notice how you don't see it here because it's white on white. So that's just my bad for not taking that into account. Sorry. You can it's worse for everything. Like if you really want to, you can do this. Well, actually, sorry. This is supported only by the first selected GUI. However, you can use it with your keybinds here. But yeah, it supports all keybinds. And it's also reparentable, so you can see it here. Parent that there. And you can still use your keybinds, obviously. Cute, isn't it? Not really. So that there's that. And then you could also use this on Surface GUI. I always use my keybinds for now, but it works. You can also use it on your GUI here, your billboard GUIs, if you really wanted to. You can also disable this if you really wanted to. If you want to disable the button showing up when you select something, you can do that. And let's move on to GUI Moving. So here, it could be useful, maybe not, depends on who you are. And this is why I disable this. Let me go to settings, disable, there you go, how nice. I always right with the word again. So you can move this down here like that. So this could be useful if you're trying to make like a list without using like a UI list layout or anything. It could also go diagonal. It goes by its size. You can also do this to multiple things, like that if you really wanted to. It goes by its independent size. And then you can also constrain a line. This means like, so you know how when you align, it goes to like the direct parent's like, you know, top corner or top. That's useful, but sometimes you might want to constrain that to only to a component as opposed to both components. This is useful here. Let's say I'm going to put the right menu on the right. Well, you might think, oh, let me just put it on the right. So let me press, you know, insert 6 to the right. But you see, oops, that is the wrong one. You see here that it kind of messes up because this is the direct center. But for us, we want this right here to, oh, thank you. You want this to be the size they use. So, or I use, I guess, because I made the plugin. We could, by doing this, you could just do that. And that will constrain it to, it will preserve its Y component in this case, and keep its, and then change the X. And you can also do this up and down. Now, and that's useful here. You can also see, there you go. And boom. Now let's say you want to put the right menu to the left and left menu to the right. Well, you can do this by, you know, doing what we just, I'm stupid, by doing what we just did, but that may take too much time. You can just swap positions. So you can also swap positions. That's hopefully useful. I've used it a couple times. And templates. Now templates, I forgot to set up templates for this video. I'm sorry. However, they can be very, very useful. You can insert templates and apply templates to all selected UI. So what do I mean by a template? Let's say we're going to look at C real quick. We want C to be a template. Let's create a black background. Confirm. And let's fix that. There you go. So here, so everything disabled means that it will not, it does not take into account, like so if, for example, anchor point is the default anchor point of 0, 0. When this is disabled, that means it will not affect like a GUI you apply it to its anchor point. It will preserve it. However, everything that is checked will change it. You can see here, so it will just keep whatever the GUI you're using. The background will not be affected. It'll just use that background of what you're trying to apply it to. And border mode, you can just disable these if you want, or whatever you want to do. So let's save that. You can also scrap it, but let's save it. And let's say, you know what, I want to make this black, or also do the size. So it's actually a good example. So let's say you want to only do the background color, for example. Create, oh, beautiful. So you only, oh, that's a bug. This is a bug now, but don't worry, I'll fix that. This is why we test people. Oh, that's funny. Wow, that's, wow. Me too. What the hell of it? Where's size? Okay, so let's say you want to undo size. Oh, that's there. That's a real one. So this becomes big because it wants to display something, so you don't see like nothing. So that's just default. And so now you only want it to do like the size and the background color and the background color. You don't want the sorry. You want the background color in the border mode or whatever to save. So now when you apply this, it will make this black, but will not change the size or anything. And you can also insert it. Insert. And this is inserted here, but the thing is, since the size was 0, 0, it's 0, 0. But you can insert something with the size like we just did. And you can make multiple of these, as many as you want. And you can also apply it to everything you select. So if I were to do Control 1 or Control Keypad 1, it would do it to everything here. You can also delete all templates. That was a little bit confusing. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard for me to explain because I'm big dumb. But it can be useful, especially if you want to, like, if you use something a lot and you want to apply it quickly to what you're selecting. For example, you want to make something big, or that's not what I wanted to click. For example, you want to make this transparent. You want to make this size 1-1. That is genius on my part. It will make the size 1-1, so it takes up the whole thing of what of its parent. You want to make sure the parent 0-0. You could do that. So it's just a way for you to quickly apply certain setting or certain properties to things you select or insert certain templates. And that basically covers everything besides the fact that I have a bug in the code. So I hope this helped, or I hope you kind of understand what the plugin does. And if this was confusing, I'm sorry. I'm on Twitter at Ceasoul, CEASOUL. And if you need me, you can DM me on Twitter. You could mention me on Twitter, and I'll try to help out. Thank you very much.